Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We will get you out of here before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Deliver live free picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place will meet the cappers and get right to the picks. Let's say hello to Wayne. Wayne, what's going on?
Not much, Tony. Coming off a day where I wish I would have stayed away from some games. Anytime you're on the under and it's the highest scoring game, yeah, you should. I was definitely on the wrong side of that one. But shout out to them Rockets though, keeping it competitive and making my day not as bad or as brutal as it should have been. Solid playoff games today. Ready to discuss with the guys and hear what everybody has to say and give out some winners as we always do.
Very good. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much. I'll take the start to the week with a nice 6-0 Monday. Let's continue it here on to Tuesday. Cannot complain about the start of the week. Let's keep it rolling. Here in the playoffs, I'm liking what I'm seeing. MLB dug myself out of a hole. Thank goodness. That was quite the hole that I started with. But, hey, starting to see the diamond nicely. NHL's looking real good. So is the NBA. So can't complain on my end of the things. Hey, the weather's 57, as I mentioned before the show, but by the weekend it'll be 80. So let's continue heating up. It's that time of year to heat up. Can't wait.
Indeed. Let's go to David Racy. David, what's happening?
Desperately searching for a Pistons victory tonight. We'll see. We'll see. I went to Game 4 Sunday. It was sad. Tough call at the end, but it was such a crazy shift from the first half to the second half. I don't know who made a call in, but the officiating, they just quit calling fouls in the second half, which helped Detroit, so it was a good thing. But we'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah, got to hold the leads. That's, 11-point lead. Quarter got
brutal.
It.
Yeah, Cunningham's turnovers late in the games have been brutal too.
No doubt. Damien, what's happening?
Hey, Tony, how you doing? Coming off a nice 5-0 Monday. Good start here. Real nice last couple of weeks going. I'm seeing the NHL board well, basketball, baseball looking to really turn things around. So got a nice slate here tonight. Looking to talk it over with you guys.
Let's do it. Let's take care of some housekeeping. Bucks and Indiana Pacers have started already. Baseball, we have our first rain out. Cardinals and Reds have been rained out, made up of a doubleheader tomorrow, day-night doubleheader tomorrow. So Cardinals and Reds have been postponed. Minnesota and Cleveland was not going to be covered on our show, but it will be because it is in a rain delay. We've seen it just the time start 6:40, so we will cover Twins and Guardians here in baseball because the game will be beginning in a rain delay in about half an hour's first pitch. So we'll cover that game. Just won't cover the Reds and Cardinals because that game has been rained out. Doubleheader for them tomorrow. So let's get underway here with the drive-thru. We'll start here with the NBA tonight. 3 games remain on this NBA card. If anyone wants to chime in with an in-game opinion on Milwaukee, Indiana, you can do that if you'd like. So let's get to it right now. NBA here for tonight. We got Pistons and Knicks. We see the Knicks here favored 5.5. Total sits 215. Also on tap here for tonight, Magic and Celtics. Another closeout game here. Celtics 11.5. Total 199. And tonight, the big one, Clippers and the Nuggets. The Clippers laying 2 on the road. Total sits 209. Let's go ahead and let's take a look here at the injury report here for these games here from the NBA for tonight. Let's take a look, see what we can update you on here. It's 9-0 start for Milwaukee already on Indiana, looking for 11. They got 11. So Milwaukee facing a closeout in the first 3 minutes of the game, up 11 zip on Indiana. We'll see if anybody wants any in-game action. There you go. Smith was the only one out for Milwaukee. Indiana is a clean injury report. Detroit and the Knicks, Ivy and Stewart out of this one. No Stewart coming back. Stewart out there for Detroit. Knicks, a clean injury report. Orlando and Boston. Orlando clean. No Holiday for Boston. Brown is questionable. Let's see what the latest is on Jaylen Brown here. Iffy here with that knee. So we'll see what the story is there. Looking at a closeout here, we'll see what they do with Brown in this game. Clippers and Nuggets. We've got a clean injury report for the Clippers. Porter probable. Westbrook is questionable. So you're caught up with the injuries here in this game. Let's get for these games. We'll get it started here with David.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Magic and the Celtics. Orlando's fought pretty hard in this series. I've been impressed with how they've played, and they were tied at 91 with like 4 minutes left in Game 4. outscored pretty badly in those last 4 minutes. But I'm going to take Boston here. I think they run away with this one here, kind of similar to that Pistons and Knicks series. I just think both underdogs in both of those series have fought hard, but it's closing time. These good teams are going to do what they know how to do at home, and I think they pull away. I think Boston finds their footing offensively. They've really struggled to score in the series, but I think they break down Orlando here in this one. I like Boston to win going away.
Yeah, from David. Next up, we move on over to Wayne.
Yeah, in that Bucks Indiana game, I love the under. Not sure if you can get it, but if Indiana starts scoring, you can get anywhere under the 222.5, 221 that is floating around that all day. Go ahead and take that under. Or if it gets higher above that, take that under. Bucks have been a much better defensive team. Coming off a loss. Matter of fact, they go under at 35%. And on the other side of that, as a home favorite, Indiana's also been strong defensively, but that game has started. I like Detroit. I like the way that they play all season, similar to kind of what David was saying about the Magic in Detroit. I just feel like after the way they kind of got cheated with that foul call, they come out with a little vengeance. I love the way Kate Cunningham has been playing. Love the way that they come out their defensive first. Their threes weren't really falling, and they kind of got out of their game plan. Giving shout out to New York for actually getting back and slowing them up in transition, but I feel like they can run a lot more, and the three ball will be falling for them to get the outright victory, or you can take them with the 5.5 in the spot.
There we go with Wayne. And next up, we move right on over to Rod.
Yeah, in these games tonight, I'm looking at one spot here for you guys tonight. I'm going to take Denver in that first quarter. You look at the Clippers as a road favorite in that first quarter. They've lost 8 straight first quarters as a road favorite. Have the Clippers. So Denver being at home in that one, I think they come out to the first quarter lead in that one. Only one I'm looking at for you. I got one play as a premium over at Pick Dogs. That's it. Otherwise, light slate on the NBA card for me tonight.
From Rod, next up, we move right on over to Damien.
Yeah, I'm liking the Pistons as well against the Knicks. You look at the last 2 games, 2-point and a 1-point New York win there. I think this one's going to be close as well. You know, we talked about that no call at the end. I think maybe the Pistons see some favorable whistles in this game, and they cover that number. Taking a look here also at the Magic Celtics. I like this one to go over the total. The Magic scored just 86 points in the first game, but the next 3, 195, 98, right around that 100-point mark. Boston hit 16 threes in that first game. Then they've hit only 12, 8, and 8. We know how explosive Boston is offensively. We haven't seen it yet this series. I think it's coming due. They saw Cleveland beat the living crap out of Miami 2 games in a row. Boston's still the defending champs. They kind of want to send a message, let them know, hey, don't forget about us. And I think this is a pretty high scoring game. I think the Celtics really light it up, and this one gets over the total.
Yeah, from Damien here. I'll tell you what I think here about some of these games here. I'm going to look at Detroit as well here in this spot. They battled them really tough, and of course they did take a game on New York's court. New York has shot just over 44% in this series. Pistons are winning the rebounding battle, but they got to clean up the turnovers, which is fixable. I think will be a focus here with the Pistons facing elimination. They've been a pretty good cover team on the road, 25-17 of the spread. I'll look at Detroit here to keep them alive. I'm going to look at Nuggets in this spot. I just don't trust this Clippers team. I don't like the way they looked in that game, in game number 4 there with getting behind by 20 and after 3 quarters. Jamal Murray looked really sharp there. I just don't like the look of this Clippers team. It was just, to me, very disappointing here for them. I think here, as we talked about the rebounding edge for the Nuggets on both ends of the court, I'll look at the Nuggets in this spot at that home court. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru as we turn our attention over to Major League Baseball. For today, as we said, Reds and Cardinals have been rained out. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow. Guardians and Twins have been moved back to 6:40. First pitch based on that rain delay. So let's get covered here with the baseball. So we will cover the Twins Guardians here as they are in a rain delay set to start in about half an hour. We see the Guardians here, $1.29. Total sits here at 8. Next up, we've got Yankees and Orioles. Yanks up to $1.64, total 9.5. Cubs and Pirates. Cubs $1.47 on the road. This one will start in a rain delay as well. A lot of rain right now in up in these games today. Let's see if we have an adjusted time here. Nope, it's going to start in a rain delay, so game will not begin at 6:40 there. So keep an eye on that one. Postponed Cardinals and Reds, Nationals and Phillies. Phillies here $1.82, total 8.5. Then we'll close this block off with Royals and Rays. The Rays $1.52, total 8.5. We get the block underway here with David.
Yeah, I'm looking at this Cubs-Pirates game. Chicago's off to a great start this year offensively on a tear. I think, actually, I don't have it in front of me, but they were the top scoring team in baseball. But I'm actually going to go with the Pirates here in this one. They're starting Heaney, who has pitched very well for them throughout this whole season, early on in the season, I should say. And I think they give them a chance to win. Chicago, 8-5 on the road. Pittsburgh just 6-7 at home. But like I said, I like how Heaney's pitching. I think he keeps them alive in this one. I know Imanaga's going on the other side for Chicago, which is never an easy task, especially with these Pittsburgh bats that are just so inconsistent. But I think Heaney on the bump here for Pittsburgh in the plus money is where I want to be.
From David. Next up, we move right on over to Wayne.
Yeah, don't love the number, but unfortunately, I'm on the other side of that. I think Imanaga comes in with a bounce back game, as David's been pointing out. Heaney has played well, but it's against Washington and the Angels, so I can't really give him respect like that until he does it against a lineup like the Cubs. As David pointed out too, just don't trust the Pirates bats, definitely against left-handed pitching and a monster like Imanaga on the mound. I have to ride with the Cubs there. Like I said, don't love the money line price, so I would probably sprinkle some on the run line as the Cubs either lose outright or they smack up the Pirates, and the Pirates can't get on the board as per usual. Washington, Philly, give me the under 8.5 with Wheeler on the mound. Wheeler's been strong, only allowing 2 runs in his last 2. He's been even stronger when he's played Washington. He's going about 6 innings, giving up about 1.7 runs per game. And that's in his last 3 against Washington. Washington, as a road dog, is 2-5 on the season to the under. And Gore's on the mound. Gore's also giving up about 2 runs a game. Bullpens and the bat's decent for both squads as far as the last 10, and the bullpens are kind of trash, but I do give enough respect to both of these starting pitchers that they last pretty long in this game, and we can stay under the 8.5.
There from Wayne. Next up, we move on over to Rod.
Yeah, look at that early one that's in a little bit of a rain delay. I'll take the Twins there in that one with Paddock on the mound going against Bybee. For me, it's just the Twins' bats are hotter. That offense is rolling, and they're winning some games. So when the Twins are winning games, you back the Twins. When they start losing games, then you run the other way. I'll take the Twins, the plus price in that one. And then looking at the Cubs and the Pirates, I'm going to take the Nerfy in that one. Just as Wayne alluded to, he's been pitching well. Managa's been pitching well. Both those guys, we need 3 outs from both. Yep, we can easily get 3 outs from both of that first inning to get us that Nerfy there in that one. And then give me the Yankees on the run line. I know I'm not a big Rodon guy, but Rodon, Gibson, I feel a little bit more heavy this way. Gibson's not so good. I don't trust that Baltimore offense either. I think the Yankees bats crush Gibson early and often and get a nice run line win as they beat up on the Orioles. After the Orioles got game 1, they're not getting game 2. Take the Yankees on the run line in that one.
There from Rod. Next up, we move right on over to Damien.
Looking here at the Washington-Philly game, I'm going to take the Nationals here at the plus money. I know the Phillies, took 2 or 3 from the Cubs over the weekend, but I'm really still not convinced they're back. There's still a lot of swing and miss in their lineup. Mackenzie Gore in the opener pitched 6 innings of scoreless ball against the Phillies. He's definitely a good pitcher. Zach Wheeler, he is the ace of the Philly staff, but he has been prone, I think, that from what I've seen this year, he's been giving up a little bit more runs than usual. He's not as dominant as he has been in previous seasons. Wayne touched on it. Both bullpens aren't the greatest in the world, but I think the Nationals here are worth a solid play at the plus money.
Yeah, from Damien, tell you what I think about this game in the chat. The Reds and Cardinals have been rained out. Doubleheader tomorrow there for those in the chat. I'll tell you what I think here about get back here. Tell you what I think here about these games. Yeah, I'm going to be the guy that takes Baltimore in this spot. Baltimore's really played well against the division, hitting the ball in their 9 divisional games. 260, 15 homers, getting good play from the bullpen. New York tends to play down. New York plays down to losing teams on the road. 34-33 the past 2+ seasons, losing 13 units against losing teams on the road. So I'll look for Baltimore as they get up for the division there. I agree there with I'll take Pittsburgh in this spot. Pirates have been hitting the ball pretty well coming back from that West Coast trip. The bullpens perform well. I just can't trust the Chicago bullpen with near 6. And against these bad pitching staffs, Pirates 36-25 at home, facing NL teams that allow 4.5 runs per game or greater. That's the past 2+ seasons, winning 8 units. I'll take the Pirates in that spot there. And we are covering the Royals game here, right? So I'll look here at KC in this one. KC bats have come alive over their past 6 games, hitting .283. The bullpen has performed really well. Rays a losing record in that home ballpark there, that minor league ballpark this year. Against these non-power teams, KC 32-8, facing teams that average .9 home runs per game or fewer the past 1+ seasons, returning 23.5 units. So against these non-power teams, the Royals cash, so I'll take the Royals in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru as we continue here with Major League Baseball. We'll continue with these next games here on the board. Red Sox, Blue Jays. We got Red Sox, $1.37, total 7.5. Diamondbacks and Mets. The Mets here, $1.37, total 8.5. Brewers and White Sox. Brewers, $2.50, total of 8. Athletics and Rangers. The homeless will be dogs tonight. Rangers, $1.97, total 8.5. We close this block here with Tigers and Astros. Astros, $1.11, total of 8. Get the block underway here with David.
Yeah, in that Red Sox Blue Jays game, I like the under here, sitting at 7.5. Both starting pitchers have been very solid. I know Crochet allowed 4 earned runs to Seattle last time out, but prior to that, 4 straight starts, allowing 1 earned run or fewer. Francis on the mound for the Blue Jays. You know, he has allowed 3 earned runs in 2 of his last 3 starts, but that's really not terrible. And if you look at his other 3 outings this season, he's allowed 2 earned runs or fewer. I just think the pitching matchup here, you can see by the total, they're expecting a low-scoring game. I think Crochet holds the Blue Jays to 1 or 2 runs over 6 innings, and I think this under will cash. The other one, Brewers and White Sox, that was part of this group, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I'm going to take the Brewers on the run line here, -2.5. Currently sitting at +110. I just love Freddie Peralta on the mound for them. He should have a field day against this White Sox lineup. He's allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 4 of his 5 starts. Yes, he allowed 3 earned runs in just 5 innings against the Giants. In his last start, that was on the road. But these White Sox bats are not good. There's just 7 wins overall, 4-8 at home. So I'll take the Brewers minus the 2.5.
There from David. Next up, we move on over to Wayne.
Yeah, I like an under from a different game. Tigers, Astros. Tigers 3-5-2 to the under in their last 10, while the Astros are 3-7 to the under in their last 10. Tigers last 5-10 have not been hitting the ball strong against right-handed pitchers. Ryan Gusto on the mound. He's not horrible. He's not great either. He's definitely serviceable. I think he can come and give us 5 decent innings without getting blasted out of there. On the other side of that, Reese Olson has been a strong arm for the Tigers. But where it gets very good, if both of these pitchers can do what they do and the bats continue to kind of be unreliable for both of them, both of these bullpens have been shining very well. Tigers bullpen, a 1.04 ERA over their last 10, and Astros bullpen, 1.9. So give me the under 8 in Astros Tigers. And Giants, San Diego. I know San Diego hasn't been playing well, but I just like them as a home dog in this spot with Pavetta on the mound.
Next block.
Logan Webb. That's next block.
Next block. Next
Okay,
up,
okay.
we move right on over to Rod.
Yeah, looking at these ones on this spot, I'm going to take Toronto here in this spot. I know they haven't looked so good recently over the last few games. They're struggling to bat 200, but when they do that, hey, they bounce back. 15-4 in that spot after a span of 5 games where they haven't smashed 200. I think Bowden Francis has a good start here. Duels Crochet here. Bowden Francis, when he's at home, is where he's pitched his better ball. So I'm going to take the Blue Jays as a nice plus price in that one. And then I'm going to take the White Sox plus the 1.5 here. I don't trust Freddie Peralta on the road. Actually, wait, I don't trust the Brewers at all on the road. 5-11 on the road this season. Yuck. Interleague play, 0-3 are the Brewers on the road this season. And you look at the White Sox have been doing, hey, they've been covering the run line. They've covered the last 4 run lines in the games they've played, including 2 outright wins. So give me the White Sox at a plus price, plus the run and a half. And then the homeless taking on Texas. We know not a lot of runs have been scored in Texas all season long. 13-1 to that under. Give me the Nerfy, no runs, first inning. Texas or Oakland as a road dog, 10 straight Nerfies. So no runs, first inning. The homeless in Texas tonight.
There you go from Rod. Next up, we move right on over to Damien.
I'm going to take the Diamondbacks here against the Mets. I realize the Mets are 12-1 at home, playing some pretty good ball. But the Diamondbacks, they still have a really good lineup. They hit left-handed pitching well. David Peterson starting here for the Mets. 3.29 ERA, but I don't think he's as good. I think he's due for some regression. I don't think he's really as good as his numbers currently are. The D-backs here, they're a good team. I think they can compete out there in the NL West, and I like them on the road. The Mets aren't going to go 80-1 at home. So some losses are on their way, and I think the D-backs hand them one tonight.
There we go with Damien. Tell you what I think here about some of these games tonight. I'm agree with Rod here on Toronto. Give them to me at plus 140 here. Red Sox not hit good in their divisional games. They have 10 of them so far, 225 here. And looking here at this Blue Jays team, they've hit lefties pretty well this year, 278. Francis has pitched well in his 2 home starts. And in their 15 night games, the Blue Jays ERA of 2.66. You really can't trust Boston as a big road favorite here at this price range. What I'll look here at Toronto here plus the plus price there. Also, you have to agree there with the Chicago. If you're going to, they're going to win 40 games, 40 to 45 games. This may be one of them here against the Brewers team that's been terrible on the road. 11 of 16 losing on the road. Their bullpen has been terrible on the road. ERA over 7. I'll look at the White Sox in that spot. Give me the under in the homeless and the Rangers. As Rod talked about, Texas 12-1, the under at home hitting just 235 against the division. The homeless 211 hitting, and the bullpen though has been pretty good in good form over the past 6, and the Rangers bullpen good as well. Both bullpens under 2 here, ERA over the past 6. Under as well in Tigers and Astros. But I'll look at that route as well as Detroit in this one at minus 105 in this one. Detroit has hit the ball pretty well. Astros hit just 232 against right-handers, but this Tigers bullpen has been in really good form past 5 games, allowing 2 runs in 16 innings, and they've been pretty good on the road as well. Favored, so I'll look at Detroit in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through as we look out to close out baseball here with the final 4 games on this card. We've got here Braves and Rockies. The Braves 201, total 180, total 11. Angels and Mariners 205, total 7.5. And then we've got Giants and Padres. The Giants $1.17, total sits at 7. And we close out here with Marlins and Dodgers. The Dodgers, they're not $2 now, $1.90 here. Total sits 8.5. Let's take a look at some of the pitching change here. It looks like Sauerkraut will be the primary pitcher for LA. LA will go with a bullpen game today, but Matt Sauer will be the primary pitcher, logging most of the innings. I think they might have called up a AAA guy to maybe open this game. That was kind of the plan here.
Jack Dreyer, I think, is the guy that's going to open for the Dodgers. Little reliever guy.
Yeah, the reliever guy looks to be the opener here, but Sauerkraut will be the primary pitcher. So, a lot of the bottom of the barrel guys for LA here on the mound tonight against Sandy Alcantara. So there you go. Let's get this one underway here with David.
Yeah, the first one I'm looking at here, Giants and Padres, not to steal Wayne's thunder, but I'm going to take the Padres in this one. I really like how Pavetta's pitching. Logan Webb has been fantastic as well, but you look at Pavetta really this whole season, he's had 3 starts where he's gone 7 innings and allowed 0 earned runs. Another start, 6 innings and 1 earned run. He's been lights out. This Padres team has actually struggled quite a bit recently. They are 12-4 at home, but they have had some recent struggles. I like Pavetta to lead them to a win. Then the second one is the Angels and the Mariners. I'm going to take the over 7.5. Bryce Miller is pitching for Seattle. He is pretty good, but he's allowed 4 earned runs in 2 of his last 4 starts. On the other side, I might butcher this name, so I apologize, but Jack Kachanowicz is starting. He's allowed 4 earned runs and 6 earned runs in 2 of his last 3 starts. And the Seattle offense has really come to life. That Mariners offense has been a big issue for them the last few seasons, but this year they're hitting the ball very well. They're scoring plenty of runs. They've scored 21 runs just in their last 2 games. I like plenty of scoring here in this one, so I'll take the over 7.5.
Yeah, from David. Next up, we move right on over to Wayne.
Yeah, sort of what David just said. Stay there. I like San Diego as the home dog in this spot. I understand they lost their last 4. I understand they are not hitting well at all. And I understand Logan Webb has started the season extremely strong. But if there's a pitcher that can get exploded on the road, it's going to be Logan Webb. I don't care how he started. I've lost money plenty time with this guy on the road. It's etched in me to fade him on the road if I'm getting plus money, and we're going to do that in San Diego. San Diego also kind of has San Fran's number, winning their last 3 against San Fran, so I'm going to take San Diego on this spot.
Just noting the game, Araz is back in the lineup. First baseman who's been injured is scheduled to be back in the lineup tonight. Luis Araz, the lefty first baseman, he is expected back in the lineup tonight for San Diego. Next up, we move right on over to Rod.
And I'm gonna keep riding the Giants. They love to smash right-handed hitting. Right-handed starters, the Giants 17-3 on the season. So that's a train I'm not getting off of. And yeah, we did hear that Arise is back, but it's the first game back. So we'll see how things go there. I just not like what I've seen from the Padres rolling along over their last few games. They need to get their bats going, and until they do, I'll keep taking the Giants. They'll just keep rolling along against right-handed starting. I'm going to take runs first inning in the Marlins and the Dodgers game. You look at that the starter that's going for the Dodgers there tonight. Hey, you look at his he's started a couple games and his last 2 starts that he's popped in. He's win 1.2 innings, giving up 5 runs. So even Sandy on the other side, the Marlins, they can give up runs as well. So give me runs first inning in the Marlins and Dodgers game tonight. Early and often, take the over, probably full game as well. Maybe find an extended. Take the over 9.5. I think you can get to double digits tonight in that one in LA.
Rod's taking tomorrow's number. Tomorrow's 9.5. He's taking tomorrow's number today. 9.5. There we go from Rod. Next up, we move right on over to Damien.
You're taking a look here at the Braves-Rockies. I'm going to take the alternate run line here with the Braves. The Rockies are just dreadful, as we mentioned. Just 4-24 in the season, minus 72 run differential. So they don't just get beat; they get crushed. The Braves are pretty hot. They started off really poorly. Now they're just 2 games under 500, 13-15, 8-2 in their last 10. And Marquez has been just awful for the Rockies. So I think the Braves really lay it on them tonight in Colorado. And I agree there with Rod. I do like the over here in the Marlins-Dodgers games. I'm not sure what's wrong with Alcantara. I mean, previous seasons, he used to be a Cy Young candidate. I know he was injured last year. I'm not sure if he's fully healthy because he's been giving up. He's been getting hit hard. His ERA is just under 7. And I think, the Dodgers, one of the better lineups in all of baseball. I think they really can tag some runs on him. And by the same token, the Marlins offense isn't bad. 5th in Major League Baseball in batting average. So they'll be able to score some runs. The Dodgers going here with the bullpen game, as you guys mentioned. So I think we see both offenses get things going there and over the total in the Dodgers-Marlins game.
There from Damien. All right, I'll tell you here what I think about some of these games here. I like the under in Giants in San Diego. Agree with Rod here. I think Araz will probably need a game under his belt. He was out for that week with that concussion. Remember, we got hit at second base, right? Get concussed. So he's back here. But the Padres here, past 6 game hitting $167. San Francisco on the road hitting just 213. But bullpen's up and bad, 242. But the Padres bullpen at home, an ERA of 0.80. And you got King on the mound, who's been pretty good. I'm sorry, you got Nick Pivetta on the mound. I'm already thinking about tomorrow's game, who's been pretty sharp as well. San Diego 11-4-1 to the under at home. I like the under in that one. Got to look at over in Marlins and Dodgers. I mean, you got Sauerkraut, and then you Noah Davis, who was pounded in Oklahoma City before coming to LA. He was pounded when he was in Major League Baseball. Marlins have been hitting LA over the past 5, 283 with 9 homers. Dodgers against these bad bullpens at home, 41-33 to the over at home. The Marlins, when they face home run hitting teams, they are 7-0 to the over against teams that average 1.25 home runs per game or more. Dodgers should blast some homers here again against this Marlins team. I like over. Matter of fact, also too, make note here with this Dodger bullpen, I want to let you guys know here that the Dodger bullpen their key arms are hurt and they're not playing. I don't know. We know a lot of focus here on the Dodgers starters. Glasnow on the injured list, so is Snell on the injured list. But just as important, probably more important, is the fact the Dodgers' 3 key arms in the bullpen are out. No training, injured list 15 days. Michael Kopech, injured list 15 days. Gratterall, injured list 60 days. Those are the three strongest arms in the bullpen. So you wonder why the Dodgers have been going over, seeing a lot of high-scoring games. 3 of their best arms have been out. So there you go in the bullpen. And I like the over there, 8.5 with Dodgers and the Marlins. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Still just Cardinals-Reds are the only postponed game. We did get the Yankees and Orioles underway. Yankees pushed across 1 in the top of the first inning, so it didn't take long for our man to give up a run there at all. Boy, this gas can's old gas. He's leaded, not unleaded. He's so old. We're talking about our man here with the Kyle Gibson, right? He's leaded gas.
Kyle Gibson.
Kyle Gibson, leaded gas. He's old when they didn't have unleaded. He was around before unleaded. All right, let's get to the hockey here. We got 4.
Take a shot on the Pacers to come back live right now. You can get them at a plus price to come back and win this game against the Bucks. I just got a plus 150. Yeah, down. It's still in the second quarter.
Oh yeah.
I just took them. I got a nice plus 150 on the Pacers to come back and beat the Bucks. We know what happens to the Bucks in the second half of games. Those old legs get tired and they completely collapse like a cheap tent. So I grabbed the plus money with the Pacers in game.
What's the
33-13?
What's the under over looking like?
Down 20 with 11 minutes left. So hey, this is the NBA. We could easily see a team come back from this. There's not
209. 209 in game is what the total's sitting at.
Oh yeah. That under's already this. Yeah, that was the play.
There you go. They cut it to 18 now. So 33-15, 11 minutes left in that second quarter. Milwaukee up after that big start, 11-0 run to start the game for Milwaukee. Now a turnover by the Bucks. So we'll see if the Pacers can make a little run of their own right now as the Bucks getting sloppy with the basketball. Let's get to the hockey. 4 games on the board. A really exciting night, right? 4 NBA, 4 hockey here. Senators, Maple Leafs $1.60, total 5.5. We got Devils and Hurricanes. The Devils representing the northeast of the United States. They're the only hope for them. Hurricanes $2.70, total 5.5. Wild and Golden Knights $2.23, total 5.5. And the big one out west tonight, Kings hosting the Oilers, 2-2 series. Been a lot of excitement, been a lot of goals. We see Kings $1.20. Look at this total now, 6.5 in this one. And under is juice, but we got this one to 6.5. We start this block here with David.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Golden Knights and the Wild. I'm going to take a shot here with the Wild on the money line, right at plus 195. They've battled Vegas very hard in this series, and I'd say they've been the better team in 3 of the 4 games in the series. They play their best hockey on the road, and Aiden Hill has had he's had some questionable goals allowed here in this series. I just think Minnesota has a great chance with how they played defensively and how they're playing offensively in this series to at least keep this one close, have a chance at the end, or even get to overtime, which is all you can ask out of nearly a plus 200 here in the NHL. So I'll take the Wild. And then I also like the Senators on the money line against the Leafs. Toronto's the better team, but Ottawa's playing very well. They stayed alive in Game 4. 3 of the 4 games in this series have gone to overtime. So really a pretty even matchup. So you're getting plus money here. I think you take it with the Senators.
Yeah, from Amanda. David, a 6-0 run for the Pacers. Thank you, Kyle Kuzma, with those TOs. There, Kuzma is this game. Next up to Wayne.
Hey, man, you got 3 of the better hockey handicappers in the world. It's nothing for me to be said. Just listen to Damien, Rod, and David.
There we go. There we go from Wayne. Next up, we move right on over to Rod.
Yeah, with David, why not take a shot here on the Wild to get themselves a win there in that one? Hey, the plus money is just too much to pass up there in that one. They've come to Vegas and won already once this series, so they could do it again. Too much value. I don't want to lay that kind of price with Vegas. Another one I'm looking at here in the spot, I'll take Carolina to close out the Devils. They needed to win the last game, and they completely collapsed in that third period, and it just shows. Chekhov getting a start for Carolina after Anderson went down. Looked real good coming in for Anderson. He'll be fine there in net for Carolina. They're at home. That building's going to be loud and rocking as it always is. And then Devils being down 1 late, they'll pull the goalie. So I'm going to take Carolina minus 2.5. I think that finishes 5-2 there in that one. Carolina easily disposes of the Devils. Na 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 na. Hey, goodbye.
3-0 Yankees. Our man Kyle Gibson just getting pounded here already. It didn't take long. Next up.
Didn't take long, did it? Just pound. I believe that guy had a job still.
Yeah, over to Damon.
Hey, I agree with Rod here. I like Carolina on the puck line. They've controlled this series, and they're going to be closing this one out here. They're, like you said, that the building's going to be rocking. The Jack Hughes injury, without him for New Jersey, it's just too much for them to overcome against such a quality club like Carolina. And looking at the late game, I'm going to stick with the over here in the Edmonton Kings game. 37 goals through the first 4 games. McDavid and Draisaitl, they can score against anybody, but that goaltending situation there in Edmonton is just kind of a scary one. I just think we're going to see a lot more goals again tonight, and I like the over in that one.
Yeah, from another home run for the Yankees, 4-0 on this Kyle Gibson. The leaded gas is not working, man. This leaded gas just doesn't seem to be working. All right, we got you through the hockey. Now it's time for our parlay peripheral segment where our cappers can give it a parlay, can a team play a prop, game of the future. They make the call here. We started off here with David.
Yeah, I'll do a 3-team. I'll take the Wild in the NHL. I'll take the Celtics minus the 11.5 in the NBA, and then in baseball, I will take the Padres on the money line.
There from David. Next up, we move right on over to Wayne.
Yeah, we'll start with MLB. We'll take Toronto. We'll take San Diego, and we'll go over to NBA, and we'll take Detroit money line.
Yeah, from Wayne. Next up, we move right on over to Ron.
We'll take the Blue Jays on the money line. We'll take the Astros on the money line, and take the Miami Marlins on the money line to beat the Dodgers tonight. Little 3-teamer for you.
All right, 3-teamer there from Rod. Next up, it is Damien.
I have a player prop here in the Celtics game. And as I mentioned, I think the Celtics have the potential here to bust out. So I'm going to go with Peyton Pritchard over 8.5 points and over 1.5 3-pointers made. He usually gets a decent run, but without Holiday, still out of the lineup, probably getting a little bit more run than usual. And he's a pretty darn good shooter. So over 8.5 points and over 1.5 threes made.
Yeah, from Damien, what I like here, I like a Magic here plus the points. Give me the Blue Jays plus Athletics Rangers under the total. All right, we got you through our parlay purple segment. Yo.
You said Magic plus the points?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, y'all better take Magic. You know how many times I can count on my one hand how many times Tony been on the Magic this season?
Not very often, but the problem here is you look at Boston here at off a road win. It's horrific this season. What is it here? Celtics here have not shot well in this series, so just over 44%. 3-10 of the spread have fallen at home after a road win. So they don't cover very well at home after a road win there for the Boston Celtics. All right, we got you through our probably peripheral segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Pick Dogs. Heading into a big week of action. A lot of NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs. We got Major League Baseball as well. We'll take a look and see what Wayne's got for sale over at Pick Dogs. Wayne's put together really impressive numbers the last 7 days. 904 units of profit. What you got for sale?
5 plays all together. 2 NBA, 3 MLB. I have all 3 of my MLBs and a 3-pack, and I have my best bet in the NBA and my best bet in MLB individual out. Long term is always the best way to go because you can beat the line movement. Also, long term is the best way to go because most of the handicappers on the site will have an extra play beneficial for you to grab something long term. But if that's not for you, I do have my best bets over there on the site. You can pair me up one of these top handicappers that you see over here on the show today or on the website, killing it, and I will continue to put some money in your pocket.
There you go. Again, with Wayne over at Pick Dogs Prim. Let's see what Damon's got for sale over at Pick Dogs Prim. Damon, been red hot the last 3 days, over 1,400 units of profit. What you got?
Yeah, I got a nice little run going here. I have 3 NBA plays that are still available for sale. NHL play later tonight. Baseball game. was on the Reds Cardinals, but you mentioned, Tony, that one was rained out. You can get all those for sale individually. I got NBA 3-pack going on. But, like everybody mentions here, Wayne just mentioned, the best thing is to do long-term, a 3, 7, 30-day plan. And my favorite, as I always say, is the 2-for-1 capper deal, or, multiple capper pass. Team me up with one of the great guys that you see here in this show, put us both to work, and we'll put more money in your pocket.
There you go. You got more with Damien over at Pick Dogs Premium. See what Rod's got for sale over at Pick Dog Premium. Rod's been absolutely on fire here from yesterday and the last 7 days. 1,669 units of profit. What you got?
And for me today, got 3 plays. Got my MLB play of the day. We're on a nice 15-3 run with that play of the day in the MLB, so I'll scoop that one up. I got my NHL one-timer, hit it with the Stars yesterday, looking to continue that on the ice. And then my NBA drop a dime play is available over there as well. Or you can get all 3 of those in the mixed sport triple. Grab those up in one package and continue to stay hot. As all the cappers before me said, hey, the best way to go is long-term. And the best way to go is having 2, 3, 4 cappers working for you. Take advantage of that multi-capper promotional over at Big Dogs and Sports Chat Place. And hey, let's continue to crush the books. Don't forget the promo code PICK at checkout. Save 15% off all your purchases over there. Let's continue to stay hot, crushing the books. Come aboard.
Books with Rod over at Pick Dog Premium. We'll see what David Racey's got for sale over at Pick Dog Premium. David, what you got?
Yeah, I got a little bit of everything tonight. 3 MLB, a couple NBA, and a couple NHL. So I had an over. Check it out. It's been an up and down last couple of weeks for me. Had a really solid Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday was just on the wrong side of like 5 or 6 unbelievable collapses. So trying to bounce back from that. But plenty of action tonight. Should be a really solid night of action.
Yeah, boy, David over at Pick Dog Premium. I got a 3-pack up there right now from baseball and NBA. 2 baseball, 1 NBA. I'm top unit producer in Major League Baseball for the year over at Pick Dog Premium. So get on board with me. Why not go for the long-term pass, 7-day all sports pass? Get all my premium plays for that 7-day period. When you get over to my handicapper page, make that purchase. The multi-capper promotion, you can match up with your favorite capper with the multi-capper promotion, even a greater value there. And, of course, don't forget the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. All right, Yankees still betting now up 5-0 in the first. Oh, only 1 out. So they are just pounding on that old man Gibson tonight. Just an update here on some of the games. They have pushed back the start time of Twins and Guardians to 7:15 now. 7:15 first pitch, Twins and Guardians. They expect to get that started. They did start the game in Washington and Philly, so that game is underway. So a couple games up, and looks like the Guardians game. They'll try to get that one in there as they move the start time to 7:15. All right, guys, we're with you here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us to get the plays for you here in real time. And, of course, lots of great content here over on Pick Dog's YouTube channel. Of course, Rod, a big contributor here on the drive-thru, and we can always catch you here on those weekend shows.
Yeah, definitely here on the drive-thru Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and then tune in on the weekend show on that Sunday, and we'll get you some more winners.
Get to our winners from Ron. Of course, David, you're a writer, written content over on the sites.
Yep, just go to Sports Chat Place or Pick Dogs. Click on that free pick tab at the top of the page, whatever sports you're looking for. You get a free write-up, pretty much just like an overview of each team, some stats, some trends, starting pitchers, starting goalies, all that good stuff. So head on over and check it out.
Check it out indeed. Okay, yeah. So, well, and Wayne, you keep an eye on the boxing for us.
Yeah, make that 7 or 8 straight. Whether you want, gave out 2 last week, and both of them hit. Eubanks and Connor Ben to go to make it to the final round, and it did. That was plus 160, and Eubanks to win via decision, and he did. That was plus 260. So looking to get our 8th straight. Know this run ain't gonna last forever, but I want to keep giving out these huge dogs. I hope you guys are jumping on it and taking advantage of it. Ryan Garcia and Rolly fight. It's supposed to be a monster undercard with Devin Haney on that undercard. For everybody, those 2 wins, they should setting up for them to fight again. So a couple other boxing announcements I'll be making out throughout the week as well.
There you go. Keep an eye with Wayne covers the box for us here on the drive-thru. That's going to do it here for this edition of the drive-thru. We're back again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us to get the plays in real time. Or before you go, anybody have closing thoughts before we close it out? All right, that will do it.